microphones.
So they've waited till you all came. John got started, right? And I said, John, see how to salvage these because they're still good. It's redwood. And why kill more trees just to have what? More death come sooner because we need those trees. So and look at the difference. They were both the same, from the same iteration. So this is some work we're going to do with you if you'd like, or there's others, to do. This is called the hardscape. Have you ever heard the term before, hardscape? Yeah, so this is the hardscape that smart landscapers know how to do. Otherwise, they have to keep bidding out to their buddies and all. That's fine. Okay, but you'll have that opportunity also, I hope. Okay, so that's going to be there, cleaned up, looking new, but as a shield behind the other side where we'll do storage. So that'll be pushed back. Then we'll have the composters so that people can see. Again, we're here. Think of a supermarket of ideas where you go to Home Depot and you see these different things, or to a garden store, a nursery, and you go, oh, that machinery, that one, whatever. Okay, so we're going to have different kinds. We've got one composter there. We're going to have different kinds of functional composters. Do you do hot compost and cold compost? Okay, so he's going to help us see what the difference is, do it. I'm sure Denny wants to do it, but I like people co-teaching and all. So you're going to see, and people will see, so that they can see, wait, my manicure at home, I just want a tiny little tumbler, but hey, this is easy for me, my family. Remember, we want people to be able to use these to grow their own food. Okay, so now we've got the perimeter there. Here, there's going to be a greenhouse that's 6 feet. This one here, that's our tool shed. That's a 6 by 8. We're going to have a 12 by 6 shed. This is going to go, and I already have another place to give it to if we're able to take it apart without ruining it. That's about 30 years old, that shed, and it's still working. So why throw it away, correct? Okay, and then next to it, there'll be enough to open doors and go in and out. Will be I forget if we decided to do a shade shed or a greenhouse, but we're going to be putting that there because I had it in the grant for the greenhouse because they wanted us to do a greenhouse, and then Danny said you don't need one, put a shade shed, and I'm still researching. Okay, and then, so you have the big ADA bed. Then you have the 4 regular beds. In the middle, there's going to be just a little fountain that he's standing in front of, because why throw it away? Maybe we can fix it. If we can't, then we will have to, regretfully. Now, why are we going to have a fountain in the middle? Now, this is really stretching you, because it would mean you know a lot of what I'm going to invite you to come to on Saturday. It's on your time, but we can maybe drive together, but just sign the waivers that it's not work. You're my friend, you're in the car. The LA Food Policy Council, one of our friends, Mike Garcia, he's going to be the speaker, and he's the high-end guy. And I tell Mike, net profit, net loss for the environment, but at least you'll start to get the idea of what rainwater reclamation is at a larger scale. Because, by the way, the capital things I'm paying out of pocket. The learning things is what the grant said I could buy, so that they wanted to teach propagation, etc. Okay, so I'm going to be getting gutters here and want to put in these things that we could put in the low income neighborhoods, and then people have water. We'll go on a field trip to see Ocean View Farms. I'll show you the pictures. It's a community garden. And B, I am going for excellence to get this. I'm already, within 2 years of teaching at the university, I was a published author, and the publishers asked. So I know there's a demand for what we're doing, and we're going to be the first to do the actual curriculum that can be used in all kinds of schools. Okay, so bear with me and just tell me, Suze, chill when I get a little bit too perfectionistic. Good enough? Thank you. Okay, remember I said we all correct one another, and thank you for correcting me and giving me space to share. And other times I'll say, gee, thank you. You know, I needed to, because I can't see the world. You can see it better than I from your perspective. So the vision I had many, many years ago, and then we actually put it on paper with, and I can show you with all the dots and all, I could email it to you. There's like 27 elements that are gonna go here. Against that wall, and our whole thing is repurpose and reuse rather than just throw away. So this beautiful arch here that's touching the bottom of the roof is going to, we're going to put the iron deoxidizer, whatever it is, to take the rust off, and then repaint it, and then set it up against the wall here, and paint it and redone with a bench. Remember, I want these execs and you and your families, you're part of Greener Way, come and sit and watch the food and flowers, because I want beautiful food growing, because we're not an urban farm, and because I want to pitch to rich people so that they hire our people. And there's method to my madness. If there isn't, I accept corrections. Okay, so we have this beautiful arch there with the bench. In that far corner where it's, the telephone pole is planting, and we actually have the little baby of a Pakistani mulberry. And that's because they grow tall, they grow fast, they have big, beautiful, long fruit, and we're going to have a chicken coop on the other side, and then it drops in and the chickens have food also. So it's both going to create shade for people here. Doesn't mean we can't do tomatoes pro tem, right? Because this doesn't all have to be done the first 3 weeks. But just so you see, when we're putting the tomatoes and the in-ground garden, they're pro tem, things that are annuals. Okay, so then I know Denny wants all that growing beds, but I want to, I'm the homeowner, I'm the customer saying this is what I need and want, and I'm doing it as a business person, entrepreneur, so that A, we sell a model, because the first thing people walk in is boom, and I want that first impression to be wow, and now it's for 60 seconds they bought into your project. So then along there we may put the right in the ground things. So after we clear and we start planning, we can measure and see what we want to put here, we want to put there, so we can do both ends, because it's not meant to just be come and see how pretty. No, we need to eat, okay, and we need to know how to grow the food. So we've got the beautiful trellis, the seating says welcome, come here, the food growing, and then a walkway where Arthur is standing. There's going to be an ADA raised bed. Does anybody know what ADA means? American Disability Act. It's for people who can't really work in the ground and want a garden. You've seen the raised beds that are this much. Okay, so we're going to build that because I want to scale it. Behind where those lattices are, now if you look at the lattices, does the one to the left, the white lattices, look any different than the ones to the right? Anybody see a difference when you look at them? Which one is more appealing, the one on your left hand or the one on your right?
Left.
Yes. Why is the left one more appealing? Anybody tell me?
It's cleaner and newer.
Guess who we have to thank for that?
Oh.
Okay. I bought these about 30 years ago. You see those poles? I wanted to attach that to it, make growing walls. And again, time, energy, and money didn't allow it. So I did have growing walls.
Definitely see some beds, and then maybe another raised bed for you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I definitely gotta know where I put my tools away. I'm from a farm where we have a lot of space, so there's not many people on the farm. There's only like 2-3 people on the farm, so they didn't really teach us about that. Yeah, but I appreciate the fact that you let me in on it, so I'll definitely keep it in mind.
Let's stay with self-appreciation
Yeah.
now. So I want D.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so make
I'm not
sure
going
it's
deep though.
So okay, then I'll grab a rake.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe just picking it up.
She says utilize all the tools that we can use, you know, to make it work.
It has to go deep enough to pull out the other
Yeah.
end. Let me see what you pull out. If you do a little bit, show me so that I know that you got the deep roots. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is not the grass with the roots.
It's that grass.
Another part of what you're getting that I don't normally tell people, so that we can do all the other income and so on, because we have something that people will want. Okay, so know when I'm being picky and whatever.